Is guacamole a fruit salad?
What is the best milkshake for bringing boys to the yard?
Ostriches are dinosaurs.
Don't piss off old people. New game.
What do you mean it gives you Arby's mouth?
Artisanal muck duck balls.
I think they call that autofellatio.
I want to high five a shark.
Welcome to Bar Banter. Relax, have a drink with us as we debate the most controversial topics in the world today.
On today's podcast.
On this episode of
That was great.
Oh, it got me.
Well done, Drew. That's taking it to the next level.
Yeah. What?
I gotta constantly step up my game.
That was so good. We talk about. Actually, we don't talk about it. We draft the U.S. states. Should there be a formal shorts option for men? And what does your drink order say about you? But first, Andrew Mullis, what are you drinking?
I'm going back to a classic for me, the Topo Chico seltzer. This one's the prickly pear, and it's delightful.
Nice.
I got the mixed 12 pack, and this is the first one I pulled out. Richard Madison, what are you drinking?
Prickly pear, also a good Shinerbach beer, while we're on the topic. But in the spirit of the episode tonight, I am pulling out a classic, and I have my Blue Moon here with me this evening. Ben, what you got over there?
I'm drinking a little Corona Light tonight, getting ready for the holiday weekend. I drink a lot of light beer on holiday weekends because I drink a lot of beer. Travis, what are you drinking?
Chicken cock.
No explanation required.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And for my first overall pick, I'm going Kentucky. No? Okay. Well, guys, we're going to draft.
I hope that's not your first overall pick.
God,
That's a waste of.
Guys, we are going to draft the United States of America. If you want to do this by whichever state you think is best, you can do it that. If you want to do it by which one has the longest coastlines, you could do that. You could do it by GDP. I don't care. However you guys want to draft your own states, you just do it. So for our listeners, this is not a reflection of best to worst necessarily. I would imagine the better ones go first. But if you wanted to draft all the bourbon states, you could do that if you really wanted to. So with that, the order is going to be Rick, Ben, Travis, Drew. We'll do the snake. So then we'll reverse it for the next round, and we'll do about 6 rounds-ish. And away we go with the first overall pick in the 2023 United States draft. Rick, I guess you're on the clock.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared to be able to get this state, so I'm going to pick Colorado for the sole purpose
Damn
of
it.
that's where
Bet
my
you
Blue
knew
Moon
it.
is made.
Fuck you.
Fuck
you, Rick. Get
And
out of
also,
here.
as I mentioned to Travis in pre-recording, my goal tonight is to just troll other people, and I think I'm off to a good start because Drew won
I
it.
hate you. I hate you so much.
And specifically Drew, because, you know,
Because
that's your
everyone knew I
spot.
was going to pick you.
Well, no, that
Right.
just in the draft order, he can only
Right.
really fuck you over specifically.
That's right. He'll get me back on the when it snakes back around.
Ben, your first round draft pick.
Colorado was top 5 for me. So nice pick, Rick. For me, number 1's actually really easy for me. It's someplace I would go tomorrow and never leave if I could help it. But I would go to Florida and never leave. Florida has everything I want. It's got wine, it's got whiskey, and it's got the best beaches. So Florida.
Not a bad
You said-
pick.
Beaches, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Beaches
Yeah.
and beaches.
yes. Thank you.
Also, where I would put all of my old people.
I'm looking at the board, thinking about who Drew is going to take. Give me
Is this it? Is this the episode where all of you fuck me over?
no, I just want to make
Decide
sure I
ahead
get
of
my
time?
states. I want to
Fuck all of
get
you.
my states.
I will end this podcast right now.
Travis, I'll give you $100.
I will go
to pick me
scorched
next week.
earth.
I don't know who Drew's going to take next. I could have given you Colorado. That was about it. Give me boy, I really like the main domestic products of dairy, greenhouse plants, and corn. as
Mm.
well as miscellaneous manufactured commodities for their industrial places. Give me fuck it. Give me New York. Give me the Big Apple. I want that
Okay.
that 127 miles of coastline and
Keeps
a GDP of 2 million.
Keeps the doctor away.
Yep.
How about
I love it.
New York makes some phenomenal whiskey too, because all that limestone. So you're a whiskey guy, Travis. It's a good pick.
And some
Uh-oh.
okay wines.
Drew, you got 2 picks. Go.
I got 2 picks. Well, real quick, I'm gonna scoop up Alaska
Yep.
Nice.
just for the vacationing and the wildlife.
Yep.
Also ginormous. So,
Yep. And oil.
fishing,
And husky puppies.
a lot of good things coming out of Alaska.
The puppy.
Or the puppies.
The puppy.
And then, just because I think everyone's gonna try and fuck me over, I'm gonna take Kentucky
It's fair. 'Cause
for
yes, I
for the
would've.
whiskeys. Honestly, I would have played this differently had people not come out gunning. You just changed my whole game.
Ah,
I'm gonna go. I need a space program, so I'm gonna go Texas.
nice.
Why I need a space program? Because I want one. Damn it! That's the only thing I
Wasn't
need to tell you
Kind
guys.
of on my list.
Again, for
everything
you,
else.
Travis, Texas has a great whiskey selection. So just
I mean, I feel like at this point, who doesn't?
Travis doesn't want us to know that he's literally just picking places that have good whiskey. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with beaches. I'm gonna stick with wine. I'm gonna stick with more
Makes sense.
beaches, and I'm gonna go Cali.
Yep.
Plus, I can visit Danny whenever I want.
You now own Danny.
I mean, you can do that in normal life too.
It's expensive from Georgia.
Yeah, and now you own it. So congratulations, Rick. You got 2 picks.
I'm trying to acquire. So now that I have my beer, I need a vacation spot. So give me Hawaii. Hawaii as my number 2 pick. And I guess I got to
Solid
double
pick.
down and pick again. I have been without Waffle House for a long time.
Good
And
pick.
so I'm going to need Georgia for
Yep.
the Waffle House quantity.
Those were 2 of my next picks. You son of a beach.
I didn't actually have Georgia on my list. Is that bad?
Did
No.
you have it on your mind?
It was actually pretty high up on mine.
Hey, they've got some pretty good whiskeys.
That's true. That's true.
I'm funny.
Ben, you're up.
So I've got my vacation spot in Florida. I've got my wine coming out of California. I think I'm going to pick a place that's got, some solid food, maybe some fun and gambling and stuff like that.
Nice.
I'm going to
Nice.
go Louisiana. You got
Okay.
you got Cajun
Well,
food, you got seafood,
like it.
and then you got some good gambling down there. So I'm going to go Louisiana.
I was going to take that as my next pick. You also have the Cajun Army in case we all get into a scuffle. So you have that going for you. It's a good spy network as well.
He's got the Cajun Army and the Bath Salt Army. So
Hey,
he's don't fuck with Ben right now.
that's right.
Boom.
I got my Northeast, I got my South. I guess I gotta go Northwest, and there's a bunch of oil and gas there.
You're just
give
picking the
me-
corners. Is that what
yeah,
you're doing right now?
basically,
Picking-
yeah.
You're just picking the corners.
I'm
of
going
country.
the anti-risk strategy. Give me Washington. Washington
I love
State.
it. Travis is going to make sure he is able to import and export.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm running a business here. Like, come on.
I like it.
Good wine in Washington.
Yeah, also on that vein, I'll go for Oregon.
Yeah, you got to pick a wine state, Drew.
Yeah, I gotta have at least one. I like how it's slowly devolved into just alcohol.
I'm not surprised at all.
I don't think it's slowly devolved. I think it
Dude,
started.
Half of my qualifiers for states are alcohol related.
Right.
I have GDP, coastline, population, average temperature, crops, industrial, and a fun quirky fact for each one.
I have none of that.
You
But
did
proud of
more
you.
Than yeah.
I did a lot of
and
control
then-
F and then copy paste.
Second pick, I'm gonna go New Mexico just because it's got a special place in my heart, and I'm right up there on the border for Colorado, so I can at least get some of that good.
Mm.
Let's see. Do I want to go with the oldest rock in the world found? World's first drive-in movie theater. I kind of need something like I need something at the top in the north. So I'm gonna go Michigan.
Okay. What's your fun fact for Michigan now that you've
I got
piqued my
you.
interest?
I got you. Hold on.
Ben thinks the whiskey there is great, but
It's called the Cereal Bowl of America.
oh,
And because Battle Creek produces the most cereal in the US.
well,
FF fun fact.
educated. Ben,
Actually, Michigan was on my short list here, but I already picked a wine state, and Michigan's actually really growing in that department. Travis, I like all your qualifiers. Mine were a little bit more personal. Foods, vacations, drinks, gambling. I have a huge sweet tooth, so I want to go ahead and wrap up Hershey, PA, the
Yep.
chocolate capital of the country, and I'm
That's
going
a
to
good
pick
one.
Pennsylvania.
Good
Mhm.
pick. I like that one. Rick, you got 2.
yeah, so I'm gonna take Ben's route on the previous pick. Well, I guess it was 2 picks ago, and I'm kind of surprised I made it this far. Give me Nevada, please,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna
That was
take
my next one.
Vegas out there for my party pad after my Waffle House,
America's Playground.
and to
Lots of
double down,
real good food.
I really like lobster, like
Son
a
of a
lot.
bitch.
So I'm gonna take Maine as well.
Mhm.
Good
Those were
pick.
literally my next 2.
Well, I already got Drew once, and you were next.
You
And depending on how long we keep going, Ben will be next.
I'm still mad about it.
whore of Babylon.
I'm gonna go Tennessee, and
Nice.
I find it. I wasn't sure about it, but I love Nashville.
pick.
And if I can't take Kentucky whiskey, I'll take Tennessee. I hadn't picked a whiskey state yet.
Yeah, you're right. Give me Joyzy.
Joyzy. It's a Joyzy
Wow.
thing.
Joyzy.
Yeah, get you some Atlantic
I
City.
honestly didn't think New Jersey would go.
He's just extending his coastline,
Yeah. Got to bolster that northeastern.
He's got consecutive states too now.
Mm.
Touching.
And I got 2 of
Risk.
the new states, so I'm trendy.
Give me Vermont.
Okay.
You got some skiing. You got some maple syrup. We got Bernie Sanders. I can't
Yeah.
remember if he's Vermont or not.
We are
so-
getting into the type of rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go Oklahoma.
Where the wind comes sweeping down that way.
Because every time I go into that state, I want that to be blaring. That's
Okay.
the only reason.
Wheat.
Also, breadbasket. I mean, there's a lot of crops coming out of there.
It's true. And I do need some crops. Dairy, cattle, and potatoes. 3 of my favorite things. Does that extend my connecting states? Yeah, fuck it. Give me Idaho.
Mm.
With those potatoes. No famine on my watch.
And worst comes to worst, you can make vodka.
They have good whiskey there.
All right, last state for me. To quote one of my favorite movies that quoted an already existing quote, crab cakes and football.
Mm.
That's what Maryland does. And I love me some crab cakes and football.
They don't do football very well, but they do crab cakes.
I mean, Baltimore's a pretty good team.
Yeah, it's like 50 guys. Man, whole state doesn't do it very well. Rick, your pick.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be forced to keep picking at this point.
This is the last round. Last pick.
Oh, it's Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me North Carolina.
Okay.
I like it.
We'll throw out some more beaches.
Yeah, had we gone another round, I would have
Get some barbecue in there.
maybe
yeah.
done that one.
I would have gone one of the Carolinas in my next one. That's good.
Yeah. Give me,
So I'll quickly recap everyone's teams, states, jurisdictions. I don't know. Acquisitions.
Mhm.
And then you guys can give me which ones you're surprised didn't get picked after I run through these. So for Rick, we've got Colorado, Hawaii, Georgia, Nevada, Maine, North Carolina. Ben, you've got Florida, Cali, Louisiana, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Maryland. Travis has New York, Texas, Washington, Michigan, New Jersey, Idaho. And Drew has Alaska, Kentucky, Oregon, New Mexico, Vermont, and Oklahoma. So what states didn't get picked that you guys are surprised?
Honestly, the first
none.
Yeah, none.
yeah.
None of us were going to
Fair.
pick Alabama.
Yeah.
After the first 2 rounds, I had run out of I had already crossed off everything on my list of first
That's
rounds.
pretty funny. The only other one I was debating on picking was Illinois just because of Chicago.
Chicago's
Uh,
annoying.
But I already
Mhm.
had, but I took Michigan over them just because I wanted I don't know, I wanted the more northern state, and
Virginia.
they produce more
Yeah.
transportation equipment.
There were a few for the lols that I was surprised didn't get taken, but we didn't go that deep, like Rhode Island or West Virginia. But a lot
I
of the
could
middle
have-
states.
I could have
who
seen
fu-
someone picking Nebraska just because corn is literally in everything, and you could like control some of the food
I got
market. But
Oklahoma.
that's about it.
They do corn
mean,
as well.
I was surprised Virginia just because you've got that side of the nation's capital. No one
true.
picked it,
Why
and
do you
Virginia
want
makes good whiskey. So
That's what I've heard.
Massachusetts maybe for its seafood. Rick, if you didn't go Maine, I figured you would have gone like Massachusetts, but Maine was the top solid pick.
Arizona was like
That's where the
On
first
my
McDonald's
middling-
drive-through is. Travis, by the way.
middling states.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Louisiana has the most crayfish. 98% of the world's crayfish live in
They're
Louisiana.
so good. Oh my gosh,
98% of the
Dude.
world's crayfish.
that
We
is
used to
crazy.
do-
Like
That's one thing I miss about college because in Tallahassee you'd have massive crawfish boils.
I almost went South Carolina, said North Carolina for the low country boil kind of thing, but figured overall.
Texas, funny enough, home to the world's largest belt buckle that can hold
Yes.
up your
Doesn't
pants
surprise me at all.
Yes,
and or shorts if we were allowed to wear them.
Oh,
you are.
Or not
Guys,
the reach.
around.
should
Ah.
he's got it now. Should there be a formal shorts option for men? And the reason why I bring this up is because I was at a wedding this past weekend, 2 weekends ago. I don't know. Time. It's a soup. And it was fucking hot as shit. And I'm sitting there in a goddamn 3-piece suit because of the black tie event outside in Florida. And it's muggy and awful. And all the women are like in their little sundresses and they're fine. And all the guys are
Yeah,
like
they are.
about to pass the fuck out. And got me thinking, why is there no formal shorts option for men? And should there be? Go.
Before I go through my reasoning, anybody that holds a wedding in fucking 85, 90, 95 degree weather, don't hold a formal wedding. Hold a casual wedding so people
Nick
can just
Torsivia
wear whatever.
calling you out.
Granted, he was in Georgia, but especially like once you go to like the southern, like Florida or Texas or something, like, come on, guys.
Why would you not just wear thin pants?
It's a good point.
I don't understand.
It's a very good
Like
point, Rick.
these exist.
Everybody sweats differently. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're gonna sweat in shorts or not in shorts.
Also a good point.
But carry on. I'm,
Okay.
I'm not impressed yet.
I'll go through my reasoning. That was just a side comment. All right. So I spent a lot of my career wearing suits, and I think it probably put a certain type of formal brain inside me, which is perfectly fine. I wear shorts 95% of the time. I think they're more comfortable, but I don't think shorts belong in any type of formal setting. And the reason is once you start going down that path, it doesn't become formal anymore. Now it's just a casual setting. And it kind of like, it was 3 points for me. A, women. Women love men, because we're talking about men in shorts. Women love men in formal gear. Now, I have gotten 100 more compliments when I'm dressed to the nines in formal wear than I have in shorts and a t-shirt. There's a pretty good reason, at least for me. 2, formal usually means, and I say usually, not always, but usually means that you have to take more time getting ready. Take more time, whether it's putting on a suit, doing your hair, all that stuff. It usually takes longer than slapping together a casual outfit. That usually shows like a pretty good sign of respect for wherever you're going, whether for a person or like an event or whatever it is. And I think that you kind of lose that feel, that respect feel when you just like dumb it down to like a casual aspect with shorts. And then 3, formal to me is one of those few things in life that doesn't really need to change or evolve. I'm big on change. I think things should never stay stagnant for the most part. But when it comes to formal wear, like it should. It should be consistent. I mean, it should not change. I mean, literally, I think one of the ways to describe formal is that it's consistent. So all those things encompassing, no. Shorts should not be involved in formal wear for men or for women. They just shouldn't be involved.
What if, right, there was a socially accepted formal shorts option? That's kind of where my head was going with this question, right? So not
There is.
obviously you hold on. You don't want to wear, just regular khaki shorts. You don't want to wear gym shorts, obviously, with a button down. That's silly. But like, what if there was, take whatever suit pants, and I don't know what this would actually look like. Rick says there is one, but you take actual suit pants, but they stop at the knee, right? So it's not, you're still showing the respect, you're still showing the I'm getting ready and all the other fanfare that comes with a formal setting, but this is a socially accepted version of pantaloon. Would that change your answer, Ben?
You're saying what if? And my response to
So that's the question: is there should be
I thought the question was, should there be a formal shorts wear? And I'm saying no, there should not be.
So okay,
yeah.
So if the world adopted one, you would still be like, no, I don't like that.
Well, I would, if the world adopted to it, then now it's a part of fashion. But I still don't think it belongs in formal wear. I don't. I just don't think it does. Yeah, because as of right now, it's not. So it'd be a change that I don't think should happen.
Okay, that's fair. Rick?
So overall, I agree with Ben on this, but there are like the what if we are talking about exist. Now you have two options to achieve this. You can either go to Scotland and put on your kilt, because they wear those at their weddings and their formal events. So there's your option one. Or option two, you can be good enough to make an NBA basketball team, and then you can wear your shorts at a formal event. So you have your options, and I'm going to need you to either move or practice. And other than that, the rest of us put on some pants.
As a
we're off.
As a white Jewish guy, I guess I'm moving to Scotland because
saying you have options. Or soccer.
Ooh, they're fairly Protestant over there.
For you,
I still have a better chance.
Also an event, but those are your options.
And Rick, I like that there are, I'm gonna say option, right? There was once
Fair.
at least for me, option.
Tennis, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. They wear white shorts at Wimbledon.
Wimbledon?
Yeah. That's a formal event. It used to be more widely socially acceptable to wear open pantaloon type things on your legs, and that allowed for a lot more airflow, that allowed for a lot more cooling. Pantaloon. And that's gone away from the rest of society. And I think that whether it be the kilt or otherwise, I absolutely think there needs to be an option that is considered formal still, where you go to an event, a black tie event, and you see someone in the whatever the formal version of shorts is accepted, and everyone's like, yeah, that's cool, that's normal, that's a thing, and that men should not have to wear long pants and or a 3-piece suit, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, I blame the person that planned the event, not the overall social nature of it.
Well, no, but I'm also thinking in the workplace too. I wore suits a lot of the times in an office setting, and I always wished I get real sweaty real quick, and I can roll up the sleeves, I can unbutton the top button, but my pants are still going to be cinched up, and I can't roll up the pant legs too much, and I want a short option. Yes, Drew has his hand raised.
I can't decide honestly what side of the camp I fall in on this. I've been really struggling with it. There's part of me that thinks we need to redefine formal and what that is. I think personally that the days of wearing a 3-piece suit at work need to be over with. And I don't think that should really, I don't understand the wearing a full suit to work anymore. And like you guys, I have been in those jobs where I've had to do that. To me, Travis, the whole argument of the formal shorts thing, it's it's not the shorts that are hot to me or the pants that are hot to me.
Exactly.
It's the undershirt, the button up, the jacket or vest
Mhm.
and the tie aspect, everything above the waist. That's what makes me hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not the pants. I do think it's odd to and I think there's something just inherently cleaner and nicer in the lines of like a full pant
Sure.
than like if I see somebody in a suit jacket, tie, button up shirt, and shorts that go down to like even mid calf, and you get like 2 inches of leg and then socks and shoes. It just kind of, I don't know. I think there's something
I never
aesthetically
liked the
pleasing
Yeah.
trend. That was weird.
about it as a pair compared to the like wearing shorts that would be basically the same thing. So I do think it's a not fashion. I just think that, like humans in general are drawn to things that are more aesthetically pleasing to the eye and breaking up the line of that.
So I agree with Drew with a lot of that, but also especially now, like there's so many like get a pair of golf pants and it's fine, but also like what Drew was saying, like to me the where you get hot is like the top, like the vest and the jacket and all that. And maybe it's just because like I'm not used to getting to pick what I get to wear to work. But and Drew, I agree with you. Like the 3-piece suit at work, that's too much. But I love wearing like a blazer, a button down, and like I don't know, like some sort of golf pants, kind of light, long pants kind of thing to work, or any kind of like formal event. And by formal, I'm thinking wedding, banquet type event is where my mind goes when I say formal. But yeah, I guess and yeah, if you want to wear a kilt, I'm not going to shame you because, go for it. I would not. I would prefer, a nice pair of pants, but also like, one, it's cultural. Cool. I get it. But I don't know. I also just don't love shorts. Like I'll wear jeans if it's 100 degrees outside, but that's just me personally.
You're a jeans guy.
But
Yeah.
but
So
Rick, I like your point there, and I am a shorts guy. I love wearing shorts. I've got ridiculously weird, giant calves that don't fit in pants very well. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But
another problem.
I love like dressing up in my suit, and I just feel like if I had the option to go to something formal, and half the guys are wearing full suits, and half the guys are wearing suits with shorts, kind of pulls away from it. Like I love walking into a formal wedding or a formal workplace or something and seeing all of us like, suits, button downs, tie clips, whatever you want to do, accessories, whatever it is. I enjoy that. And I enjoy being a part of that. And I think for me personally, having that shorts aspect, and if people were kind of doing that, would kind of pull away from it a little bit.
We'll just be real honest about like the male leg
It's just
is not aesthetically.
not.
pleasing.
I have
Yeah.
dynamite
Even
calves.
great.
I have dynamite.
That's the
calves.
point. That's the
even
point.
the
So I'm
most
gonna go to the
clear-
pool, or I'm gonna
Yes.
go to the beach, or somewhere where I can wear,
Right.
my board shorts or my gym shorts, and show them off that way. I don't need to be at the wedding going, guys, look at this.
Look at my
Bow.
beautiful
Look at these
calves.
fucking dynamite calves. Yeah, I don't need to whip them out at a wedding. I don't. There's plenty of people doing that already.
I want zippers. I used to have the zipper pants where it just take off the
Nice.
bottom part of the leg.
Yeah.
So cool in middle school. All right, so I don't know if I'm gonna win this one. I'm still team shorts. I've gotten away from any sort of formal attire in my life because I used to be like you, Ben, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I think it's all snazzy. And now I'm like, I just don't give a fuck. Everyone looks stupid.
I miss it a little bit.
I'll bring it
think
back
everyone
to
looks stupid in suits today.
Rick. I can't remember what episode it was where you were talking about occasion. It's all about occasion. And I think that's the formal wear for me is like I don't want to do it every day because that's
Sure.
tedious to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
If I'm going to a wedding, if I'm going to a banquet, if I'm going to even just like my friends and I decide, hey, let's go get fancy.
Yeah, like fancy
for a night.
steakhouse or yeah.
Yeah, those are fun.
Totally fine.
I'd be down to do
Um,
that soon.
But yeah, as a like, that's where I think we need to redefine it a little bit. Is formal should not be a everyday thing.
No,
because
yeah.
because then it loses its appeal to me. Of like, yeah, everyone looks better in a full 3-4 piece suit.
All right, so no formal option as of right now, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Is what it is. Today's episode is brought to you by Rocket Guitar Repair. Is your guitar beat up, dented, or is there dirt from the 70s still under the controls? Well, you're in luck. At Rocket Guitar Repair, Ray works on everything from acoustic and electric guitars to bass guitars, banjos, mandolins. If it has strings, Ray can fix it. With over 50 years playing, repairing, and building guitars, Rocket Guitar Repair can get your guitar repaired rocket quick. Call Rocket Guitar Repair at 678-400-3062 or visit rocketguitarrepair.com. Speaking of getting hammered, guys, what does your drink order say about you? We've got 12 common alcoholic beverage selection that one would order at a bar or alcoholic establishment, and we're going to determine what that drink says about the purchaser. First one up, the margarita. Who wants to talk about margaritas?
For me, if you're ordering a margarita every time, because I kind of took this as, this is their go-to drink. Every time we go to it, that's what it says about them. It's their go-to drink. So if you're more ordering margaritas, not just at the beach, but at a bar, at a wedding, at a funeral reception, that's your go-to drink. You're the fun-loving guy, man. You're the guy that's trying to turn everything into a good time, even if it's not a good time. You're trying to take a dinner with 3 friends that's lame and like, hey, margaritas, let's turn into a fun time. That's who it is.
I like that. Unless you're the guy that calls them margs.
Yes.
If you get a margarita, if you order a margarita, yes, you're the fun-loving guy. Any situation, cool. If you say, hey, let's go get margs, you're basically a Karen. Like,
Fuck you.
Awful person. Awful fucking person.
So I had kind of a 50-50 between the two of those views. Margaritas are the happy hour aficionados. They know where to spot the deals. They know where they're going. They know what they're going to get. And it's margaritas. There is no other option. Like, they're there for the margaritas, and doesn't matter where they're going. Like Ben said, if you order a margarita at a Mexican place, you know what you're getting. If you order a margarita at a wedding reception, that's a little bit of work, but that person is going to order that drink no matter what. And they're there to keep the party going.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Overall, you're an outgoing individual. As Drew said, you know what you're getting. And yeah, you're easygoing, laid back. You're here for the margs.
Would you guys assume that this person...
Thought Travis would say something, but
I didn't hear what you said. I wasn't paying attention.
that's fair. I get it.
I'm zoned out. Would you guys assume...
Too much cock.
Too much cock. The title of this episode. Too much cock.
That'll probably get some extra listeners in there.
Travis said too much cock.
Would you guys assume that the person who always orders margaritas is it a Buffett head, whatever, a Jimmy Buffett fan?
I would not.
No.
Okay.
No,
I
those
just want to
people
make sure.
ordering
This
Because
one's-
I almost always order
Yeah,
margaritas.
that's for
and I-
Corona
I-
with lime or a Corona Rita
or potentially another drink that's later in the list for the
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett head.
Okay, fair enough. Next one on the list, I think we can all just know that this person is just perpetually angry, argues with everything, likes soccer, and just overall has a bad attitude. The Long Island iced tea. What do you guys?
My attitude is fantastic.
And keeping with that list of descriptions, Travis,
Just a terrible fucking person.
having had a Long Island iced tea phase in my life, a couple of them, this is the efficiency drinker.
Yes.
You're putting 4 different alcohols in this bitch,
Yep.
topping it with a little bit of mix and some Coke so you don't taste the alcohol as much. Like, you want one drink to rule them all. This is that drink for me of like, I'm going to the bar, I just want something to get me fucked up.
Yes.
And I only need 3 of them. Even though I'm gonna have 7, but I only need 3.
Yeah, right.
I think I have a similar way to that same path, Drew. And Rick, this isn't really you. I know you like your Long Islands, but this isn't really you. But I see the Long Island drinker the same way. Like, I need 4 liquors in my drink. I see it as that stressed out workaholic person. Like a single drink, a single vodka, that's not going to cut it. I need 4 or 5
Different
ounces
type of Coke.
I need 4 or 5
Nice.
ounces in this one drink right away of a bunch of different liquors that I can just knock back and not taste. I'm stressed. I worked 12 hours today. Just get me drunk.
I wanted to argue, but no.
The facial expressions on Rick are it was a
He's
series
trying
of
to.
like defeat,
I'm okay. Yeah.
acceptance,
I had to
combativeness.
I had to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
I will
Yes.
say, and so this is a hill I want to die on early. And maybe a different episode. This person is not a person who believes that a certain type of alcohol makes you a certain way when you drink it. It's one of my least favorite. It's like horoscopes to me, which I know is kind of what we're doing. But this is something that I firmly believe. If I drink tequila all night, if I drink rum all night, if I drink vodka, it doesn't bring out a different aspect of my personality just based on that. That's you putting that on to that type of liquor.
Yes. It is such an excuse.
It is.
Yes.
It really like it's.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
such
like
a slut
blaming-
when I drink tequila.
It's like
No, you're
blaming
just the slut. Bad.
your personality on the phase of the moon when you were born. Like it is such a cop out of blaming your behavior
vodka
on something that
rising.
is not. Yeah,
Nice. Nice, Travis.
and I'm sorry to have brought it there early, but I feel like it might come up later, so I want to die on this hill.
No, you're not dying on the hill.
The LIT person, Rick, is dying on the hill with me.
Yes.
Guys, gin and tonic. I think this person is I'm gonna say trying too hard to impress others.
Yes.
Mm.
Verbatim,
Just-
the overthinker. Yes.
Just like maybe doesn't even really like gin, but they're doing it because of something they read in some magazine that makes them feel more hoity-toity because of it. You could easily get a vodka tonic or a vodka so whatever, but no, you're gonna go gin because you're trying. I like gin. I'm better than you.
I'm gonna take that to another level as well because I
Do
agree
it.
with that. But it's also like trying to be different when like it's unnecessary, and I don't know how
Yeah,
a
trying
better way
too
to
hard.
phrase it.
Yeah.
Like I agree with you 100%. It's like I'm again making it up, not trying to assign anything to you, but like Ben gets a whiskey, I get a margarita, Drew gets a vodka something, and then you're like, you know what? No, I don't. Those are all too normal. But yes, you're just trying to be different, and you're trying too hard to be different. You feel like you need to make a statement, but really, we're just like, come on, just get your
And
Bud
I'll-
Light, it'll be fine.
And Rick, I'll add on to that because there are other drinks we have on our list where I think this is kind of a similar thing
Yes.
that I'll mention later. But for me, and I read it on one of the websites I was looking at for this, is the gin and tonic is the panic order
Yes.
for somebody like this, of like they can't think of anything classier.
100%.
They can't think of anything with a better, like, a classic cocktail or a really nice whiskey or a really nice wine or anything like that. Like they're just like, oh, you know what I've heard was classy in the past? gin and tonic, and I
Yeah.
want to feel like
Yep.
I seem a little bit more like I know what I'm doing than
Yeah.
anybody else.
They
that's
they
doing.
think it's the order that James Bond would do, even though that's not even close.
See, and that's Travis, you had me at the first part of your explanation, but you lost me when you went like I'm better than everybody, James Bond thing. For me, the gin and tonic is the overthinker, kind of like what you were saying, but it's their panic mode. It's their I
It's
really
the
want
story one upper.
I really
Yeah.
want to order a see, and I've got other drinks on this list that are the one uppers, not this one. This one's the I really want to order a pina colada, but it's not going to make me look cool. So I'm going to order a gin and tonic because I'm worried about my look. I'm worried about what
Yeah.
people will think of me.
Yeah,
That's
all
kind
right.
of
But it's
Yeah.
Right.
overthinking in a kind of a scared state, not a I'm better than everybody state.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I could buy that for $1, but I have that opinion on a different drink, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna side with Travis. It's more trying to appear better than you than a panic for me.
Thank
And
you,
then-
Rick, for the I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Old-
losing a lot of listeners from this entire topic. I
It's
can
not
assure
yet.
you. I can assure you already.
Rum and Cokes. Who orders what type of person orders rum and Cokes?
I'm so glad this is next because for me, this is the panic drink. This
Yep.
is the I want to fit in. I want to be accepted. This is the Bud Light of cocktails. You're like,
I like that.
I'm just gonna get a rum and coke because I've been to college and I know this is what I'm supposed to get. I'm supposed to get a Jack and Coke. You're unimaginative, you're boring, and you wear shorts to formal events. You order.
But I also think it's the person who walks up to a bar and is not looking at everything that they have and just sees the rum and there's like a long line behind them. Like,
panic.
it's a
the panic
yeah,
drink. This is the
it's
panic
a-
drink.
Rum and Coke, sure. And then they get back and then they see someone else with a different drink later and like, fuck, I should have gotten that.
But it's a different kind of panic from the gin and tonic where that
Right.
person is trying to look classy. This person just wants a drink fast.
Yeah. The
And I
Bud
would
Light of
even
cocktails.
Bud Light of
like I would
cocktails,
even
I like
like Rick
that.
said, I would substitute any kind of dark liquor for it, like
Right.
any
I
kind
feel
of
the same
spice
way
rum,
about a
any
Jack
kind of
and
Jack
Coke.
and Coke.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
way. Sure.
But see, and Rick, your reasoning is sound, but the problem is I think you're going a step too far, and we're going to get to light beer later. But the light beer aspect is the part where this whole explanation makes sense for me. The rum and Coke person is like the margarita's lazy brother. You know, the person with the margarita, they're fun, they're having a good time. The rum and Coke is the guy that is super laid back, carefree, doesn't care what the fuck is going on. Give me a rum and Coke, man. Like, that's all I want, just a rum and Coke. If you're going up to a bar and you're in panic mode, then you're just going to get a light beer. You don't know what else to order. Yeah, give me a Miller Lite. Give me a Bud Light. Give me a Coors Light.
And Ben, actually, now that you mention it, it's weird. I like that one too, because I feel like the rum and Coke is the person who never expanded their palate out of after college,
Chill.
right? It was the fanciest thing they ever had in college.
You're still wearing
And
your
you're
fraternity
still-
shirt to the bar
Right.
after you graduate. Yes.
Right.
that
And you
is-
think
yes.
that you may not think that's fancy, but you've developed this habit. You get the rum and Coke and you don't know anything else because you've never tried anything else.
Yes.
So and which is also like light beer. So I think that all kind of does tie.
Yeah. It all.
They're all very close. Old. I mean, I'm old fashioned.
The intelligent one, mic drop. The smart one. That's it.
I'm with Ben on this one, and I
Okay.
know people are going to disagree with me. This is the professional drinker's drink for a couple of different reasons. Personally, when I go to a new bar and I don't know what to get, and I know it's like a cocktail bar, like a craft cocktail bar, if I want to know that, like, before I order something else, I'm going to order an old fashioned, because if you fuck up an old fashioned, I'm probably not going to trust the
Your
rest
cocktail.
of
I'm gonna order a light
the
beer.
rest,
Your abilities, yeah.
because it's just, and this is coming from a craft cocktail background. If you can't do an old fashioned okay, and there's a billion different ways to do an old fashioned well, but if you do it wrong, then I don't trust the rest of your cocktails. And it's probably a hoity-toity kind of version of myself saying it.
I agree 100%.
No, it's not a hoity-toity. So I think there's two types of people that order old fashioned. And for the most part, Drew, I like your way you described it, Drew, the professional drinker over the intelligent one, because the other half of mine doesn't fit into the intelligent category. So yeah, like cocktails and drinking is kind of, I'll say, normal, for lack of a better way to describe it. Frequent is maybe a better way to say it. And so yeah, so it's a good kind of comfort order, as you said, to kind of like test where you're at for one half. The other half of the people that order old fashioned are the same type of people who drink black coffee just for the sake, so they can say I'm drinking black coffee. So you have people that drink black coffee because they like it. You have people that drink black coffee because they're trying to project an image. And so that second half is the other type of people that order old fashions. They're like, this is what I'm supposed to get as a man at a bar. I'm supposed to get an old fashioned. I'm supposed to project this image. So you have that half.
It's a little like a gin and tonic to
Yes.
a degree. Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that. Yeah.
But again, now I would say percentage wise, I'm willing to give the majority to be the former, saying that, it's
That's fair.
Kind of like a safe test out the bar kind of order, as Drew was saying. But you're either, a casual cocktail orderer, and this is just a good neutral drink to where you see how good of a bar it is, or you're just trying to show you have a lifted truck and you think you should order a old fashioned.
I'll second that too, Rick, of like, I'm bringing a bunch of business people to a bar to experience this bar, and I'm like, yeah, I'll have an old fashioned.
Sure. Yes.
It's I'm in the know a little bit more than the gin and tonic person.
Yes.
I know what I'm supposed to order, as opposed, it's not so much a panic buy,
Right.
as it is a safe bet.
Yeah.
Crafted cocktail.
Yeah.
Even
it's the
even
same
though I
as like
don't
your
like
go-
it.
right. It's the same as your go-to beer. Like if you don't know what else they have, but they have your go-to beer like on a menu, you're just going to get
Mhm.
it to like buy yourself time to potentially order something different. Or if it's good, you're just going to stick with it. Yes.
Well,
I
but
agree with that.
but
and
Rick,
with
to
the
your, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say,
so-
Rick, to your point.
Go ahead.
I was
wait,
Go
so,
now.
I lost my thought. Just go, Drew.
okay, it's the
Eye of the
fuck. I
tiger.
lost mine
Sorry.
too. No. Yeah, I'm out.
Cosmopolitans.
All right.
All right.
Keep it going.
Who orders Cosmos besides me?
Can I go first?
Yeah,
Sure.
Only because this was the point where you guys were kind of losing me on that the other half of the gin and tonic argument. This is the perfectionist. The look at me, I'm so pretty. I ordered the fancy drink. Look at me, I'm holding a martini glass that's pink. And I would put this more as just Cosmos / martinis and kind of put it all into one combination here, but more focused on the Cosmo. It's the look at me, I ordered a Cosmo, what are you drinking? That's me, the perfectionist, the person that has to look the best. That's the Cosmo.
So I'm a little surprised by that, Ben, because the people who I know order Cosmos are people who are probably trying to keep up with the Joneses a little bit, and I think that's kind of what you were saying, of like, look at me, I'm here, but also just like, I'm here to get fucked up, right? I'm here to party. I'm here to have a good time, and I'm very confident also. And if you call me a bitch, I'm going to call you a bitch back, and I'm going to slap you in the face.
So you're thinking young, and I'm stuck on the older side.
No.
For me,
I'm thinking 45 to 55-year-old country club going woman who sat at our fucking tables forever and wouldn't order anything else, goddamn it, and just were like, wouldn't leave the bar, and that's all they would order. And I wanted them to leave, even though they're stupid. I hated them.
And when I look at a Cosmo, it's I want to order a martini, but I don't like straight vodka or straight gin martinis. I need to have something that tastes in it good, but I still want to have that martini glass in my hand so that I look fancy. I look pretty and perfect. So that's the Cosmo. It's the better tasting martini so that I can actually drink it.
I'm of two minds about this for the older and the younger crowd. The older crowd, I kind of give you a little bit, Ben, of I think it was that kind of classic 50s, 60s, tended more towards the female clientele in that day and age of like, I want to have a martini glass in my hand, but I don't want a dirty martini type of person.
Want something sweet.
Want something sweeter, which the other side of that for me is I fucking love Cosmos. I think they're a delicious drink.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, they're so good. When they're made well, they are so fucking good.
A little shot of grandma in there. Hell yeah.
And I think that's the younger side of it is they've been rediscovered as an actually good like balanced drink when you make them right. Because if I go to like I said, and I think this will probably come up a few more times, if I go to a craft cocktail bar and order a Cosmo, I'm expecting a different drink than if I go to the dive bar down the street and get a Cosmo. Like one is really sweet and kind of syrupy, the other one's very kind of dry and tart. And I think that's a little bit of the difference for me is who is ordering it in the age bracket of somebody that's either looking to be fancy and like out on the town and drinking from that martini glass, or somebody that is actually kind of in the know and thinks that it actually just fucking tastes good and gets you fucked up.
So I have zero opinion on the Cosmo. Overall, I think if your go-to is the Cosmo, you're in Phi Mu, KD, sorority, and like you're just you want your drink to look as pretty as you do that night, and then
exactly.
That's all I got for the Cosmo. If you're a guy, you order a Cosmo, whatever.
It's all about the look.
Yeah, I order girly drinks, so I'm here for it, but that's all I got for the Cosmo.
Yeah, no pina colada shaming. How dare you?
Zero.
Not you, just in,
Yeah.
I mean, that was to the world.
And also, I guess one thing that Drew mentioned was like dive bar versus like craft cocktail bar, or whatever he phrased it as. Like when I'm taking the opinion on all of these answers at like a craft or non-dive bar place, like, because if you go to a dive bar and you order a Long Island, you hate your life and you want to murder your wife when you get home, like, kind of thing. Like, it's not going to be good. It's just going to be like you're there to
that will splash cook somebody flat as
you're there to get fucked up and forget your day. So if we can redo all of these answers with a dive bar appeal,
Those are
my answers would be much
those are the
different.
bars that use a little splash of Coke and a little splash of Sprite for ginger ale.
Yes, right.
So that's interesting, Rick. I like that, and I'm glad you brought that up to how you're kind of envisioning these answers. Because for me, and I know I already brought up wedding, but that's how I've kind of envisioned these. Because I was trying to think of like an all-encompassing, like a place that has high ups, middle class, low class, something that has everybody. And I was like, how about a wedding bar? You've got the rich people, the poor people, whatever it is, but you kind of got everybody. So if you walk up to somebody at a wedding and they're holding this drink, automatically you think you're probably this kind of person. That's kind of what I was thinking.
The only thing I'll say to that is for weddings, I would disagree with
Events, or like any kind of like event that's not like a specific type of
I guess
bar.
like if you go to my wedding and you order one of these drinks, it's not going to be the best one of these drinks that you've been at. Like, you should come to my wedding ordering a Bud Light, like, kind of thing, like, or a Yingling,
Probably not Bud Light
whatever
anymore for your
like.
wedding.
I
Anyways,
got pockets
sorry.
full of Truly in my
Right.
my cargo shorts that I'm wearing to your wedding.
With your Crocs.
Guys, shush enough with the Neil deGrasse Tyson talk. Screwdrivers. Who orders screwdrivers?
I do, and they're called Denzels. And if you've experienced them as long as I have, you would understand. But yes, so I'm going to say that if you order a screwdriver,
You are handsome and smart, and your hair is
appreci-
on point.
I appreciate all
Athletically
of
built.
those. It's
tasty
not where I
piece
was going to go with any of that.
of
Ass.
It's not where I was going with any of that. But yes, I defer to Travis's answer. Yes, that's that's what Denzel means. Sorry, screwdriver.
For me, Rick, the screwdriver is in the same class as what I drink as far as like when I'm at home. It's your classic like 1-in-1 that's a little bit above rum and coke. Like it's got two ingredients. It's got the liquor and the mixer. And like you're drinking it for effect, you're also drinking it for taste, and it's got some longevity. Like you're not going to get tired of it. So it's the person that knows what they want. They know they're in for the long haul of the night, but it's something that makes them comfortable
Yes.
drinking. So it kind of goes for like if I go to a party, if I go to a bar, if I'm just drinking at my house by myself, it's the drink that I can make quick that doesn't require me to buy 15 different ingredients and like shake it every time. It's easy, simple, tastes good, and I know it's going to be the same every time. I'm personally not the hugest fan of the screwdriver and or the Denzel as it should be known as.
That's right.
Like it would not be my go-to, but I drink fucking tequila and ginger beer pretty much every episode. So it's of a similar vein to me of it's something that I'm gonna go to because I know it's a safe place for me and I don't think it's pretentious. I'm not buying it because I think I want people to think better of me. It's like a whiskey ginger.
So I gotta jump in
Yeah,
because
get in there.
I don't agree with that. And first of
Which
all,
one?
you guys, whatever, both
Or
of
just
them,
all of it.
Yeah, all of
Okay.
it. First of all, I don't know if you guys know this about me. Fucking hate orange juice. That might just be that's a me thing.
I was aware.
Fun fact. Two, I think people who if your go-to drink is a Denzel or / screwdriver, you are either a closet or on the verge of alcoholic and you need to seek treatment. Like you are possibly trying to
Didn't know
hide.
Travis felt that way about me.
Yeah, you're either trying to hide the fact that you're drinking alcohol as frequently as you do, and you're like, are they on their fourth screwdriver? Well, it's brunch, so it's fine. No, it's not, because you still have the rest of the day, and then you're gonna order another 10. Like,
I could take a nap.
go see someone because there's a problem and you're trying to hide something.
Travis,
Travis is.
I am going to 150% agree with you.
So has Ben.
Next to screwdriver, I wrote one word: alcoholics. And the reason being is there's only a couple of drinks that really fit for every single time of the day that people admit they drink every single time of the day. I mean, I've been to tailgates. I've seen people go on golf tournaments, plenty of things at 7, 8, 9 in the morning where people are ordering screwdrivers up until the end of the night where they're ordering screwdrivers with dinner. It's that drink that people feel like they get away with, whether it's 6 in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. In it. Yeah, it's the alcoholics go-to in my personal opinion. And this is coming from a guy who is a functional alcoholic, but the alcoholics go-to.
How much orange juice do you drink, Ben?
I think that's a
cop out. That's a cop out answer.
For me, that drink is
How is that
the
a
vodka.
cop-out?
Disagree. It's the only one that fits it out of this entire
No,
list.
because really what you're saying is vodka is the alcoholics go to because you can't smell it.
You can.
Yeah,
drink
but
it
it's
neat.
of all of them. Yeah, if you drink enough
Sure.
alcohol, like obviously
Yeah.
you can smell it.
Of
But
course.
yeah, but to me, it's both those takes are I don't drink this. I'm gonna go with this and not put really in thought.
Yeah, but
into
you
this.
don't have
So-
to Ben's
But I
point.
put a lot of thought to it, and I
You-
do drink them.
Don't have vodka soda first thing in the morning, right?
You don't have rum and coke. You don't have whiskey sours.
First of all, yes, alcoholics do. If that's your
That's true.
drink, yes, they do. Alcoholics have those drinks,
Which is
in
why
the
I said it was
morning,
on
but
the
it's just, as you
verge.
said, Ben, they just don't advertise it. So first of all, if that's the route you're taking, yes, they do. To all
No,
of those.
I retract my route. My route might, because I was thinking that they're on the verge, they're on the fence, they're about to be in need of help and a talk because they're drinking too often and they're kind of trying to hide something, which is why they pick orange juice because it's acceptable to drink and no one's going to question it first thing in the morning. But if you're ordering a rum and Coke first thing in the morning, people are going to look at you funny. But if you order a vodka orange juice first thing in the morning, yeah, it's fine.
And
So
I mean, yeah, it's a
Rick-
brunch beverage. I'll give you that.
Rick, I think
so
you're getting
it's-
So is
hung
a
up.
mimosa.
it's the drink of choice for someone who is about going to
Do you
be
feel similar
potentially
with a mimosa or no?
maybe
You're
probably
getting
was just
hung up
curious.
on
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
The word that I used for alcoholics was to drive my point through. Okay. Obviously, people that drink anything all day long are alcoholics. But that was to drive my point that a screwdriver
Karen.
is one of the few drinks that it is socially acceptable to drink whenever. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, doesn't matter.
That's
It
true.
is one of the
I'm just
few
not
drinks
buying
that
it.
is socially acceptable to drink whenever. So that's what I meant by the alcoholics, because they will drink it at 6 a.m. or 9 p.m. Like, it is socially acceptable for one of the few drinks to drink whenever.
I
Yeah.
don't know, because I just don't know that many people that drink screwdrivers after 5 p.m. It's one
and
of
if
those
they,
like,
and if they do,
I
they're
know, Rick,
probably an alcoholic.
but because you
At
chose
least 25% of this podcast.
because you chose that as your drink. Well, and we know Rick because he chooses a drink and goes with it for a minute.
It's true. I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah. So that is
It'll
understandable.
circle back around.
But I
No, but you're right. I
it's just
agree with-
like I don't in general overall put it, if you're talking like time of day drinks, I put it on the same level as a mimosa
Yep, agreed.
or a Bloody Mary, even.
Yep.
Of like
I would
it's,
agree with
it
that.
is a brunch drink. I would even consider a Bloody Mary as more of a alcoholics drink of choice.
If you order a Bloody Mary, I assume I'm better than you. I will say
Dude,
that
Rick, preach.
in every sense of the word.
What if it has candied bacon in it?
I don't
Take
care.
out the
If
candy
you-
bacon.
if
eat
you
it,
ever
and send
willingly
back the
order a Bloody Mary.
I'm drinking tomato bisque with alcohol in it. There's no. It's gazpacho. It's
Gazpacho.
You
Nice.
can bring me,
gazpacho in a
Very
glass.
nice.
bring me a
with
bowl
alcohol.
of tomato bisque and a shot of vodka, and that's better than a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, anything. I'm glad that we can all agree on that at least.
That's fair. All right. Well, this has been part one of a series we'll do at some point, and we'll continue it. Of what does your drink say about you? Speaking of drinks, guys, go back to the bar quick because it is time for last call. Guys, tonight we came to the bar on trivia night, so we're just gonna play some trivia. The topic is going to be the 2000s era. First, to just kind of shout out the answer, get to the points. Some of these might be really difficult. Some of them might be super easy. We're going to find out.
Are there
Here.
categories?
It's all pop culture. It's all stuff that you should kind of know.
So pop, much culture.
Dirty
Yeah.
pop.
Yep. Question number 1. What popular TV series set in the fictional town of Tree Hill? No, I'm kidding.
What? Travis is broke. Travis is dying.
He's so fucking tired.
These were generated by ChatGPT. It says what this is the first one I thought was like, oh, this might be hard. And then I read the question. It's what popular TV series set in the fictional town of Tree Hill focused.
Is it One Tree Hill?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yes.
Good job, Drew.
I'm on the board.
Negative points.
Okay. In the TV show Lost, what was the name of the character
Found. Damn it.
played by Matthew Fox?
Oh, I was gonna say Matthew Fox. I have no idea.
What was the name of his
I've never
character?
seen the show.
Jack.
John.
Can anyone else can get a last name? Last name? I'll give it
No.
to you if no one else can get a last name. That was Jack Shepard.
I knew Jack and
Nice.
John. Jack and John were the two bigger ones.
What is the name of the fictional band fronted by Rainn Wilson's character in the film The Rocker?
Oh,
YouTube.
no. Teddy Geiger was the singer in that show. Rainn Wilson.
The answer was Vesuvius.
Oh. Okay.
I was
I
close.
honestly don't think I ever saw that movie.
I
Yeah, I don't know what you referenced.
Which 2008 film based on a graphic novel stars Jackie Earl Harley as the character Rorschach?
The Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Give that to Ben.
God damn it. It's Rorschach. By the way.
Worcestershire sauce.
Rorschach test.
Rorschach, you're right. You're right. Who directed the 2007 film No Country for Old Men?
Martin Scorsese.
Nope.
Quentin Tarantino.
Nope.
It's the only director I know.
I give you guys a hint. They are brothers.
One of the Coens.
Step Brothers.
I'll give you the Coen brothers. Yep.
The Allman Brothers.
This is Joel and Ethan Coen. Which actor played the role of Harvey Dent / Two-Face in the film The Dark Knight?
Thomas Jane.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh shit. Sorry, Thomas Jane was the Punisher.
Oh, it's the pretty one.
The Rock.
Yeah, it's the
At least
Yeah.
name someone who's in. You could have said Christian Bale.
no, he's got like a girl's name though.
No, I prefer to name people not in the movie.
He's got a girl's name.
Aaron.
Yeah. yes. Aaron Eckert.
I'll
Yeah!
give it to you.
Aaron
I'll give it
Eckhart.
to you for saying Aaron.
Can we split it?
Sure.
I'll split it with Drew.
Which film won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 2001?
Titanic.
Directed by Ridley Scott.
In 2001.
Starring Russell Crowe.
Gladiator.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks for that.
Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Here's a toss-up. Which band released the hit song in 2004, Mr. Brightside?
The Killers.
I'm going to give you both a point because that was the same time. In 2001, which animated film became the first to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature?
Family Guy.
Film. Film.
They made a movie.
2001.
Something Dark Side.
Right.
Miyazaki film Spirited Away.
Nope.
Shrek.
Damn it.
Shrek is the correct
Shrek's a
answer.
good answer. That was a good
That
guess.
was the correct answer. man.
Damn.
I almost said Up, but I like Shrek. That's good.
Up was much later than
I was gonna go Monsters.
I know, that's why I didn't
Inc.
say it.
Monsters Inc.
I'm on the board.
Which pop star famously had a wardrobe malfunction during the halftime show?
Janet Jackson.
Hello.
I didn't get that
It
one.
is Janet Jackson, yes.
Which hip hop artist released the album The Blueprint in 2001?
Beyonce.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Nickelback.
Hip hop artists.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is the correct answer.
I'll fucking take it.
Nice.
I'll take it.
I don't know the final scores, but Ben definitely won that one.
Hey, I
Through
meant
the
podium,
Rick.
all right?
Hey, Rick, you got on the board
That's right.
with Shrek. I really thought you might know that last one.
Why?
I don't know. You knew Shrek, or you at least were able to guess Shrek.
That's the more.
I thought you might be able
appropriate-
to educatedly guess Jay-Z, whereas I could have gone, what was the name of the fictional town in the TV series Gilmore Girls, and you wouldn't have
Stars
gotten
Hollow?
that. Thank
New
you.
Jersey.
Right. That
I know that
that's
one like the back of my hand.
I thought it was
I
Free
did-
Hill.
It's funny. Guys, good time, great oldies, Fox 97.
That's reference.
Fox 97.
Great episode. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening. If you are, follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all this stuff. Big things happening soon. Also, next episode, we're taking it back. We're taking it back to an earlier part of the day. We're going an all breakfast episode. I'm talking eggs, I'm talking bacon,
Denzel's.
Denzel's, I'm talking toast, hash browns. Hell, we might even all just record this from a Waffle House. I don't know. You don't know.
Can
might.
we? Oh my
Can
God,
we?
can we?
Tempt me with
Please?
a good time.
Can we only have breakfast like beverages?
We'll bring our own vodka and pour it into stuff.
It's got to be before. It's got to be before 10 a.m.
That's true. We decided on that, guys. Just if you're listening, if you're listening out there, this is our podcast, and you're just along for the ride.